what's up, y'all? It's me, Hadi the Edge Master. I just wanted to talk about the upcoming balance patch. I want to talk about some things I want to see in this next patch. Hopefully, some good changes. Y'all finally get to see all my characters in this video, so I'm gonna talk about that a little bit. I'm gonna talk about my build, and I'm gonna talk about some random venting and stuff. So yeah, I got 3 warriors, as you can see. Hadi the Edge Master. A little thing about myself. When I first started playing this game, I actually started as a guardian, and I sucked at it. Well, I thought I was good, and then I went on to elementalist. Sucked at that. I quit the game for like maybe a year or a couple months. Then I came back. I deleted those 2 characters, but I wanted to play as a Sora because I love the animations, and then it's real cartoony looking. And so I moved on. Made a warrior, fell in love with warrior afterwards, and just been playing warrior ever since. But I do, as you can see, play other classes. I have 3 warriors. The Edge Master, I made her look like Hawk Girl. It's pretty cool, even though Hawk Girl's not black, but you know, I love black women, so whatever. And then I have the Edge Master, the Norn. I like playing as him because he's like this big badass on the battlefield. Everybody fear me when you see this big motherfucker running around. And then you know you have Hadi the Edge Master, which is the iconic warrior that y'all see on YouTube or wherever y'all may see me. Maybe it's Eternal Battlegrounds and you see some smaller Sora running towards you with his greatsword out. I have Hadi the Gunslinger, try to make him look like Sonic the Hedgehog. It's pretty basic looking. I don't really play him as much. He's more of a PvE character. Hadi the Hedgehog. I just recently made him. I love Hadi. I love the name Hadi. So as you know, like all my characters' name are Hadi. Hadi the Salt Master. I get a lot of people calling me that because I'm very salty and shit. So I was like, fuck, I'm gonna make a Salt Master. Fuck y'all. I'm real salty. Whatever. And he's a necromancer, so I learned how to play necro and Condi. And I wanted to know the cooldowns and everything. Then I have Hadi the Old Sage, which is my bunker support build. And then of course, you know, I have Selu, which is the druid that you guys may have seen in other videos, the support druid. Before Heart of Thorns, I used to play Condition Ranger and I used to play Power Ranger, but the builds and everything are so much more intense, so much different than Heart of Thorns. And now trying to play those builds are like obsolete, and it's real hard to like fight a daredevil or something. So yeah, another thing I want to talk about is recently a couple of had made notice to this, but in my videos you would see like a lot of dislikes on my videos. I would have at least like 5 or 6 dislikes. And those are mostly just like people who don't like me. Assuming that most of them are bots, so they just come to my channel and dislike it like as soon as I put the video up. And then another thing is, majority of those people are people that just don't like me. They just hate me because of whatever reason. They don't like me because I don't know. Maybe y'all can tell me. You know, they love coming on my channel, disliking my videos, talking shit about me, saying that QQ's gank guild. And I'm just gonna say this once and for all. You'll probably watch the video, disagree with me. I don't give a fuck. I'm just gonna say it. You know, I came from Devona's Rest. I used to be on Devona's Rest, and I was a Roman back there. Me and my friend Aruno, Max, a couple other people I can't remember. I used to be in TBT, the Black Tide, the Zerg Busting Guild. And then they ended up kicking me because I didn't like following orders. I'm like, look, man, I'm a Roman at heart. I like to go off and do my own thing. I don't like taking orders from people, so they ended up kicking me. And after a while, Devona's Rest, they started, you know, failing and went down in rank in tiers. So I was just like, fuck it, I'm not getting any fights out here. The Borderlands are dead. So I paid for my own transfer to come to Blackgate. So once I did that, I was roaming one time, and you know, tier 1 is more people, so I'm roaming, you know, thinking everything good, get the EBG, and I'm getting zerged down. So it was one point where I'm fighting like 5 or 6 people off by myself, and guess who happens to pop up? Famous I Will Make QQ Kill. Now, this guild, has a reputation of gankers or people that, But overall, majority of the people in this guild are real cool people. You gotta get to know them as people and not just, gankers or roamers or whatever. But I came to love this guild, and they saved my life, in game. They saved my life when I was getting ganked by like 6 people, and I've been with this guild ever since. And oftentimes, I will admit that sometimes we can be considered as gankers because we do have larger numbers of people running in groups at times. But I'm just telling you that's not intentional. So don't get fucking butt hurt because you got killed in a video game by a large group of people. I get frustrated too. I'm only human. Shit happens, alright? So get over it. So anyway, moving on. I'm going to talk about my build a little bit. It's nothing real special. It's mostly just a power build. I have infusions on all of my armor. So as you see, it says Mighty World versus World Infusion plus 5 power. I have that on all of my armor. And the stats that I'm running is Marauders with durability runes. Just a simple power build. I would tell people constantly that my build is secret. It's only a guild secret. But, here I am letting you guys know, my fans and possible YouTube people that just happen to stumble across the channel. It's all good. I don't mind sharing. And then it's nothing really secret about it. So it's just Marauders with durability runes, with Zerk trinkets. I have, like I said before, I have infusions on all of my armor. It took a while to get it. So it's all power infusions, mighty power infusions. The boots are Zerk though. They are Zerk. So I have Eternity with Hydromancy and Concentration for that boom duration. Because durability gives boom duration too, so it makes Eternal Champion last longer. So that's another reason why I run it. I don't run it because of versatile power that might stack. That's good to have, but it's not beneficial as much as stability is. Stability is probably one of the strongest boons in the game. Give me 1 sec, bro. 1 sec. Look, my friend's already hitting me up talking about he want me to come World versus World with him. One sec, bro. I know y'all need the Edge Master, but talking to my fans real quick. So yeah. Eternity, I got the Ghostly Infusion on that one. And the cool thing I like about it is when you put a Ghostly Infusion on a weapon, when you swap to it, the infusion disappears. So when I grab out Eternity, it looks like that and everything, all shiny and shit. Looks cool. So then when I swap to Eureka, that glowiness and everything disappears. So I was like, oh, that's fucking dope. It's pretty cool. So on Eureka, I have Paralyzation. That's a must for a mace weapon at least. And then you have Sigil of Cleansing. I try to run a universal build where I don't have to keep switching out builds just to fight people, because Guild Wars is known for a counter system. You have rock, paper, scissors, the Holy Trinity, power, condition, and healing, or tank, whatever you want to call it. And I try to make a build that can fight against everything instead of, like I just said, keep swapping builds. So Sigil of Cleansing is really good for fighting against, condition builds, especially condition mesmer, where they can stack blinds and confusion and torment, which is really tough to fight against. And clones are too. I have an infused fractal capacitator, which has 2 infusions on it, 2 mighty infusions. I have the trinkets and the rings, 2 mighty infusions. I have Berserker attuned infused Ring of Red Death, 3 infusions on it, and 3 infusions on the attuned Blood Ruby Band infused, which is Berserker and Valkyrie stats. And of course, you can't have infusions other than magical enrichments and stuff like that on amulets. So I have a 20% magic find enrichment. I have 2015 base power, 2690 defense or armor, 1355 toughness, 51% crit chance, 217% critical damage. And when I go into Berserk mode, I have about 225, such like that. Traits, I'm running defense, discipline, and Berserker. And on that, I have Shield Master, Endure Pain, and Rouse of Resilience. And under discipline, I run Warrior Sprint. Of course, I don't think anybody runs Vengeful Return unless you're a PvE master. And crack shots is really not useful unless you're running rifle. So if I was running rifle, I would swap to that. But I'm running Warrior Sprint and Destruction of Empowered with Burst Mastery, Eternal Champion with Blood Reaction, and Savage Instinct. Oftentimes, I will swap between Cleansing Ire and Rousing Resilience because sometimes the Condi pressure in Werewolf's World is suppressive. So that's my little build. Just want to go over that with you, and I want to talk a little bit about the update, and hopefully it's coming this Tuesday with the Halloween patch. The balance patch. They said they were rebalancing healing power with the celestial form, the druid, and when they do that, hopefully they make it where, you know, people playing Zerk classes or tanky commander stat classes can't just keep phasing in and out of stealth with Celestial Avatar. Hopefully they rebalance Celestial Avatar, because I feel like Celestial Avatar is really easy to play, and I'm not asking for a nerf. They need to stop nerfing everything, because nerfs don't bring balance to the PvP system. Nerfs do not help the game at all. They make it frustrating for people that want to play that certain class, but can't, because it's been nerfed to the fucking dirt and nobody can enjoy the game because their favorite class has been nerfed to shit. For example, like Engineer, you can barely do any damage unless you like full Zerk. They removed a lot of the amulets from PvP too. So it makes it real hard to make real builds that can fight against other classes that do a lot of damage output, like Revenants, for example, with Equilibrium and what's that? Unrelenting Assault, and what's the other one? The Staff skill, Staff 5. Whatever, you know what I'm talking about. All those skills, they just have a lot of damage output, precision strike, and all that. So anyway, go and talk about Druid a little bit. Druid is a boom machine. Probably one of the only classes that can physically stack 25 stacks of might just on their own and have that good sustain from Celestial Avatar. If they run in food like Mango Pie or Signet of the Wild, they just have that constant healing to go in and out of Celestial Avatar. I would say probably one of the best classes for sustain and solo roaming. It probably has better stealth than a fucking thief, which is crazy because you would think a thief would be the master of stealth. But you have the new elite specialization Druid where they can just Lunar Impact or Call of the Wild with the Warhorn, Leap finishers with Celestial Grace or Hornet Sting out of the F1 skill, F2 skill for their pet, the Smoke Scale, and just keep getting stealth with that and Celestial Avatar stealth. So I think they should rebalance the healing aspect for Druid. They're probably not going to rework that because it's real helpful for Druids. I'm not asking for a damage nerf for Druids. Their pets are pretty fine. I just think that they need to rework the Celestial Avatar and their sustain. Because sometimes trying to kill those damn Druids is really hard to do because they just have so much sustain. Not too much to say about Thief, really, other than they need to nerf the dash builds. Real easy to play, real easy evade builds. Like if you run acrobatics, you have instant reflexes with 2-second evade. Not saying that they should nerf that, but like rework that some more. And upper hand is another skill that gives initiative every 1 second when you dodge an attack. Now that trait line matched with condition build, dagger thief is really powerful or overpowered, I would say. Especially with perplexity runes, but now that they nerf perplexity, it's not as strong as it used to be. But still, they have so many evades, it's real easy to play. And when you get ready to kill them, they have that instant reflexes, which gives them that extra 2 evades, which makes it really hard to kill them or try to put them down because they get saved by a passive trait. Which has been the case for Guild Wars for a while. A bunch of passive traits saving people's lives. And evades are not the same as Endure Pain. I know people try to compare that shit. Well, Warrior has Endure Pain. Well, Warrior can still be crowd controlled and still have conditions applied. When you run in instant reflexes, which is free 2 evades, free 2 misses, free 2 attacks that I can't hit you with, you can basically get out of anything. And then if a thief is running that dash, you're never gonna catch them. Dash and short bow, you'll never catch them. They'll run out of combat, get all their health healed back up, run back into combat, and still be able to kill you. It's ridiculous. And going back to talk about Dagger Thief, Death Blossom, they can keep spamming that because they have Escapist Absolution, so they clear conditions every 1 second on dodge, and then they run, what else they run? And then they run Upper Hand, which gives them initiative every time they dodge an attack. So you giving them extra initiative to do their attacks, because thieves, they don't go based off cooldowns. Every other class has cooldowns, except Thief. Thief utilities have cooldowns, but their weapon skills are based off initiative and stuff like that. So yeah, so if they just rebalance Acrobat Trait Line again, because I understand Acrobat Trait Line has been shit for so long and nobody's ever used it, so they did stuff like that so they could have people use it. But now I think there's time to put some change into it, because some of these builds are just like real stupid. Dragon Hunter, not too much to say about them. They've been nerfed pretty hard because True Shot got nerfed and Tester Phase has been nerfed and damaged. But not really too much to say about that. They could probably do some better things. Hammer needs some rework. Warrior Hammer and Hammer on Guardian needs some rework. Guardian's Hammer is too slow. The auto attacks are too slow. Ring of War takes too long, and the cooldown is too long. So hopefully they rework that. A couple of skills on Hammer for Warrior needs some rework. But the auto attacks and everything. I think the Primal Burst on Warrior needs some rework. It dazes and stun. Dazes and immobilize, my bad. The Rupturing Smash, I think that needs some rework. And that's probably about, I think Decapitation too needs some rework. Right here, Decapitation for Warrior. I seen that this skill is weaker than Eviscerate, which is wild, because you would think a skill, when you go into Berserk mode, you're stronger. But I've seen that Eviscerate is stronger than Decapitation, Primal Burst. And that's one of the reasons why I don't run Axe on Warrior. I run Mace, because I like Mace. Mace has just always been my thing. I'm a real defensive counter fighter. So anyway, yeah, just talk about that a little bit. Hopefully ANET brings back power. I want to see Power Reapers, Power Reaper, Great Sword Reapers, because Reaper right now, they're so fucking slow. So slow. They cannot fight against everything that's come out in Heart of Thorns, and I think they really need some rework. Gravedigger is strong, but it's so slow. Like everything on Reaper is just slow. They can't fight against all these builds that allow players to kite out of range of their attacks and just run away and then run back into combat. And it's like nothing really Reaper can do, and all their attacks are really slow. Elementalist, I want to see Power Elementalist now. It seems like that these meta builds are specific to like certain classes to just play a certain way. Like it's really rare that you'll see like a Power Elementalist, because all their builds are just like Elementalist or Tempest right now is just support builds, Staff or Warhorn, whatever. They all just like support builds. They're not like for fighting or anything. I want to see Power NGs and Power Scrappers come back. Yeah, and like at the beginning of this video, you seen that you know, I've played every class and I know what other players are going through. I don't just main Warrior. I play other classes and I know how it is when I'm trying to fight another class, and it's just like, dude, I can't do shit because this class is literally just running out of range of my attacks. I'm too slow, or I'm not able to deal enough damage to kill him because, you know, the tank build. So apparently this next World vs. World, or I mean this next balance patch is going to be based on World vs. World, and they're going to take that into consideration, so all these builds won't be as tanky or have so much sustain. I think ANET also needs to rework such armors as Trailblazers and Dire, because they make Condi builds really strong. And as you all seen, like my Condi Warrior is really strong because Browser Resilience is real strong, and I can barely get killed unless I get like zerged or something. So they need to work on that. One of my friends named Veretta, he's an Overpowered People, OPP, and he made mention to this in one of Glass streams, and when I was talking to him on in TeamSpeak, that condition builds should go like, they should have the ability to crit. Now, I know that might sound crazy, but if you think about it, it would allow players to like spec into different things. Like, what if power and condition had some correlation instead of just condition is their only thing they need to work on? Like with condition builds, all you need to work on is condition and toughness. A lot of people might argue with me and say, "Oh no, that's not true because you have expertise, which is condi duration." But a lot of times, if you clear it fast enough, you won't even need condi duration. So you could just use dire. You won't even need to use trailblazers. Trailblazers is good if you want to stick them to them and they ran out of clears, but technically you don't need expertise. With power builds, you need to spec into like 5 different things. You need power, of course. You need toughness if you want to stay alive. You don't always need it, but you might need toughness. Vitality, maybe a little bit of vitality. You need precision, of course, if you want your crits to hit. And then you need ferocity because you want your crits to hit harder. So you need to spec into at least 3 of the 5 main skills. With condition, all you need is toughness and condition. And of course, they don't have 2 stat armors, so you could when you choose a spec, you could go into rapid, which is toughness, condition, and precision, or dire, which is toughness, vitality, and condition. And trailblazers is toughness, vitality, condition, and expertise, which is four stats. So yeah, hopefully ANET reworks trailblazers. They rework tank builds. I'm not saying nerf. No more nerfs, ANET. We don't need no more fucking nerfs. We need you guys to rebalance the game as promised. Nerfs do not bring rebalance, please. And I understand this. I'm gonna say it once. That I understand that ANET don't balance the game depending on 1 versus 1 builds. I understand that. The game is not balanced on fighting and duels and stuff. It's balanced so players could, enjoy the game in large-scale fights, or just be able to sustain themselves in, PvE. So hopefully they don't fuck it up, where they make, they fuck it up for PvE too. And hopefully they don't do it as where they did with PvP, where they made headbutt and other skills have different cooldowns outside of PvP. So please, I hope they don't do that to the game too, because I think that's really fucking stupid, where they change cooldown times in PvP. But I don't know. A lot of people might disagree with me with that. So yeah, like I said before, it's the video. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Shout out to all the people still rocking with the Edge Master. I feel y'all. Got love for a brother. And all the people who still mad at me, still want to dislike all my videos. I'm real sorry that I keep killing y'all World vs. World, man. I'm sorry, y'all think I'm a gangster. No, I'm not. Fuck y'all. Keep on hating my shit. It's all good. Still love y'all though. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Hope this brought some insight, and I'm gonna keep on uploading whether y'all hate me or not. This channel wasn't made for y'all anyway. It was made for the guild. So, hope y'all enjoyed it. Hope this brought some insight. Hopefully ANET don't fuck up this balance patch. And I hope everything's good. Everything's breezy. And I hope it can satisfy enough players where they enjoy the game and they don't, think that their favorite class got nerfed to the fucking dirt like always. And yeah, I hope we see some good changes in this next patch. So, hope y'all still rocking with me. I'll see y'all later.